Morning, guys. I'm starting my video this morning with my workout. I had my wife brought home. She called me. She was on her way from work, and she called me and she asked me what did I want. And she said I'm passing by Krispy Kremes and Popeye's chicken. So, of course, I said I had made some baked chicken breasts and French fries. So I had that. So I said I wanted the Krispy Kreme donuts. So I had the Krispy Kreme donuts, and I had two of them with some almond milk. And now I woke up this morning feeling horrible. So, I just want to say, guys, if you're addicted to sugar, like I am, we have to find out together how to figure out how to break that addiction. Because sugar is, oh man, it's as addictive as any other substance. I mean, I can't control myself. I had one, and I said, nope, I'm not gonna have another one. And this was after having, what did I have? I had lunch, and then I had to have a dessert. So I had some cookies. I had a couple of oatmeal cookies. And I'm like, oh my God, why am I still craving sweets? But I was. So when she mentioned the donuts, oh man, that just sounded like heaven in my ears. So I said, bring them. And she brought the donuts. And like I said, I had one, and then I said I wasn't gonna have another one. But I had to have another one. So I had two. And now I'm feeling it. So now, this morning I'm up and I gotta do my workout. And I hadn't been on this bike in a while. So it's this bike is tough. Doing my workout with my bag is a lot better. But I need to, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do my bag later. But for right now, I've got to get my workout in on this darn bike. And this is tough. It works. It works very well. It gives you a very nice workout. So I will beat up. Oh my God, still yawning. I'm gonna burn it. It's early this morning. It's early. So I'm gonna try to work off some of these carbs this morning. I really got it. I'm in my workout area is my garage, and I just been storing a lot of stuff in here that really doesn't need to be in here. My wife's car is parked in the garage. My truck has to be outside because I've got so much crap in this darn garage, but I've really got to clean it out. It's really a nicely designed garage that I could really put, my truck could be in here and I could have a lot of this stuff really stored away, organized, but I just throw it in. But, oh my God, I gotta drink some water. I digress. This is about me being hooked on sugar, and I've got to stop it because this sugar is really, really bad and really, really addictive. So we really got to figure out how to stop eating sugar. And I say it, I like oatmeal. I'll make oatmeal in the morning, and I'll use coconut sugar, and I'll put a little coconut sugar in it. I'll put some cinnamon and some ginger in it. And I also, for the fat, good fat, I put olive oil in my oatmeal. Try that. It tastes so good. Tastes the place of butter, but I put extra virgin olive oil in my oatmeal in the morning. But again, the oatmeal is not real good for you either, with the carbs. So I've got to figure, and as you can see, I'm not a big guy. I've never have been. My blood sugar, A1C is, they diagnosed me as pre-diabetic. But my blood sugar has been going up and down. My A1C has been going kind of up and down. So I think I take potassium pills every day, and I think really the blood sugar is having me, because you have to run to the little boys' room a lot when it's trying to flush the blood out of you, the sugar out. So I think that has to too. So if I could figure out how to give up on the sugar and stop eating it, maybe on occasion, every now and then, but I eat way too much of it. And I know I'm eating too much of it, but it's so addictive that I just keep going. I cannot stop with the sugar. And I'm ashamed. After I've eaten it, I'm ashamed. I feel like, why did I do that? Why? And I guess that's the way people feel when they smoke or they drink or they do other drugs, because I'd say sugar is a darn drug. But that's the way you feel. Like, I'm ashamed that I did it because I know it's not healthy for me, and I know it's going to cause all types of problems. And I do it anyway. I just keep going. So it's addictive. So if anybody can say, okay, I was addicted to sugar. My name is Bobby, and I'm addicted to sugar. I was addicted to sugar, and this is how I quit. Now, there's all types of, I've seen other people talk about other addictions and even sugar, and doctors talk about what sugar does to your body. And it's awful, because I think sugar contributes to all of the things that we have. We love sugar. We consume so much sugar. I don't want the sugar industry calling me up or sending me letters saying, don't defame our product. But we eat a lot of sugar. And I think sugar has to do with Alzheimer's. I think it has to do with a lot of things that we know it has to do with chronic obesity, diabetes, heart disease. We know that it contributes to those things. Hyperactive children, hypertension for young adults and older adults. So if somebody could tell me, listen, here's what I did to quit sugar, and somebody told me to do honey, natural raw honey in my oatmeal. And sugar is natural raw honey. It's sugar. It's all sugar. It's all sugar. Fruit. It's all sugar. There's better sugars, I guess, that kind of works differently in your body, and it doesn't just go straight to your bloodstream. So I've got to find some of those ways. So I've got to find some good natural honey and substitute the natural honey, because that would be easy to do, because I like honey in my oatmeal. I've done it before. So I like that. And if I drink tea in the morning, I'll put a little bit of honey in the tea. If I do that. And I used to eat bananas. And I love bananas. I would eat bananas 2, 3, 4 a day with bananas. But bananas are high in sugar. And I tried to eat them, more green. I'll buy them green and I would eat them green, partially green, where they didn't taste like you were eating chalk or something. They would have a little sweetness, but not as ripe. So once they got really, really ripe, I would toss them out. But that's my dilemma. And like I said, I woke up feeling so bad. And I've been waking up feeling so good in the mornings. I mean, for a 62-year-old, I've been waking up feeling really, really, really good in the mornings. And I would get up and I would drink my protein shake that I buy, mostly, 30 grams of protein. And I would do that and I would be fine. But yesterday, I had to sense Lori, and I should have said to her, please do not bring the donuts. I don't need them. I hadn't had them in a long time. I did. It was Mardi Gras, and even here in Georgia, extended here, we had a king cake party. So we had a Mardi Gras king cake party, and I went to the Mardi Gras king cake party, and it was 2 king cakes, and of course I had to have a few pieces of the king cake, plus I had to bring some home and eat the king cake, and it constipates me, and everything just tastes so good. And even with peanut butter and jelly, I have the bread and I eat the peanut butter and jelly. I said I'm not going to eat sugar, but I have the peanut butter and jelly. Sugar, again, sugar. So, it's so difficult, and sugar is in everything. I mean, you would think it's not. Sugar is in everything you buy. So we don't need additional sugar. Our bodies, we really don't need carbs. And I'm not a doctor, and so, don't take my advice on this, but I've just heard that we don't need carbs. Everything we eat converts to sugar. Now, somebody's gonna, in the comments, tell me if that's correct and kind of correct the way I'm saying it and put out the right information. But we don't need carbs. We enjoy them, but our bodies, we don't need them. So when we pack on eating all the carbs that we eat, like the pastas and the rice and the bread and the potatoes, and then we also add on the sweets, the dessert sweets, the cake, the cookies, the donuts, the candy. I started eating dark chocolate. Dark chocolate tastes really good. I mean, it depends on who you buy it from, but the brand. But dark chocolate is really good, and it's supposed to be really good for you. But it's so sweet. I mean, it's so sweet. It doesn't help with your addiction to sugar. It doesn't help with that. It just enhances it, because it's sweet. So if somebody could tell me how I could stop eating sugar. I mean, I could eat my sugar, eat my sweets, and then immediately go, and I have 2 bikes. My wife and I have bikes. And we have these bikes where there's no gears. So it's all on your power. I wish I could turn the camera and let you see them. They're really nice bikes, but they're in the garage. And we ride on those around the neighborhood. The neighborhood is great for that. It's just a circle. So we ride around on that. So we'll do that this summer, or at least I will. She says she's not going to ride her bike anymore. But I'm going to continue to ride mine. But like I said, I started slow, and I wasn't planning to do this video, but I said, no, I'm not going to be in agony alone here. I've got to get some company. I've got to get some people to see me, to give me some support in my agony. Because, I woke up this morning and it was not good. I was tossing and turning all night, and I just got up and I feel sluggish and stiff. And I said, no, I gotta go and do a quick workout on the bike, to try to burn off some of the sugar. And fortunately, it's not freezing cold in this garage this morning. It feels good in this garage this morning. And I could come out and I could do it in my t-shirt, and I could come out and do my workout in my like this, and it's not freezing cold. So that's what I'm doing, guys. Like I said, if anybody's going through this, if you can, please cut back on the sugars and tell me how to do it. Tell me how to stop. I started fasting and I felt great fasting. I would fast. And the reason I started fasting is to avoid sugar. So if I said, if I don't eat anything for 6, 12, 8, 10, 18 hours, then I won't eat any sugar. So just don't eat anything. And I did that for a while, and I lost, talk about losing weight. If anybody's having trouble with losing weight, or start getting in the habit of fasting. Now, don't go overboard with it. And sometimes I think some people should consult with their doctor. And most doctors will tell you, no, don't do that. Don't fast, because things happen, But let me tell you, when I started fasting, and I haven't done it in a while, I'll fast. I mean, I do intermittent fasting because I'll get up in the morning and I'll start work and I just forget to eat. I don't eat anything. Get the phone starts to ring, and I get on the phone and I go into the office and I start working, and by 1 or 2 o'clock, I realize I hadn't eaten anything yet. So I'll fast that way. But fasting intentionally, I would get up and I wouldn't eat anything intentionally. I would stop eating about 6, 7 in the evening the day before, and then I won't eat anything until about 5 o'clock, which is dinner time. And to be honest with you, it was very easy to do. So, I mean, that was very easy to do. And I would do that for about 3 or 4 days, and I would see how much longer I could go. And I would stretch it. I say 5 o'clock. Okay, I haven't eaten anything. I'm not really hungry. So I'll stretch it till 7. And then I would get to 7 o'clock. And anybody that's done this, they know. I'm telling the truth about this. I would get to 7 o'clock and I'm still not hungry. So then I would just say, well, you know what? I'm just going to drink some water. Or maybe drink some tea. And I'm not going to eat anything. I'll wait and I'll eat breakfast in the morning. And I'll stretch it all the way. But you do that. And now, my problem is this. You gotta, and even working out. I could work out. Even though I hadn't eaten anything, I could still work out. And I wasn't lethargic. I felt great working out. Because with men, we lose muscle before we lose fat. So, you start fasting and I'm losing, your body starts to eat, your body starts to eat muscle. And, you want it, of course, to attack the fat. And you think the fat is the first thing. But your body starts to eat muscle. And somebody can explain that better, that knows a little bit more about physiology. But that's what would happen. So I had to work out. I would do my push-ups. I would do my bag. I'd do my bike, even though I hadn't eaten anything. So you can do it. So anybody that's really, really, really battling not being able to lose weight, start fasting. Start fasting for as long as you can. Without, if you start to feel horrible and you need to get something, you need to eat something, but your body will tell you that, look, your body is starving and there's something else going on. You're craving something that you're not getting. So you're not feeling good and you can't function. And if food is what would help with that, then you got to eat something. But I have never felt like that. I mean, if you look at this morning right now, I'm going off of what I had yesterday. Those 2 donuts. And you know, I had some fries, some chicken, some what else did I have yesterday? I don't remember, but that wasn't a lot for a man. But I'm going off of that right now, and I'm working out. And the only reason that I'm struggling on this bike is not that I'm exhausted or I need something in nourishment, I need sustenance. It's my legs, my leg muscles. I haven't done this bike in a while, and my leg muscles are hurting, which is what's supposed to happen when you're doing the bike. So it's not about me being tired or being hungry or not being able to do it because I don't have the energy. I do. I have the energy. I'm filled with energy. I mean, with the one thing those donuts did is, man, they charged me up. I mean, they really charged me up. So I can do this workout and I can burn off those calories, but my leg muscles, and they hurt worse when I stop. So, you know, I can work the bike and go and pedal, but these legs, oh my God, they hurt worse when I stop pedaling. But this is what it does. So if you're gonna have the desserts and the cakes and the cookies and the ice cream, and God, I asked her to bring ice cream home. Oh my God, I'm glad she didn't do that. But when you want to do that, and I like Raisin Bran. I like Raisin Bran. I like, you know, it helps me with the fiber and all that stuff. A lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, but I like it, and it helps me in the mornings. So I would eat that. And what I started doing is I started making that my dessert. So I'll say, okay, I'm not gonna have any dessert, any kind of cake or cookies or anything like that. I'll have Raisin Bran. And I would eat that, and I'd eat a nice bowl of Raisin Bran. And raisins are packed, you know, they concentrated, packed little sugar balls. But that's what I would have. And I did that for a while, and I think that was a lot better than, certainly a lot better than having donuts. So, like I said, you know, my heart, oh my God, my heart is feeling, it's not really racing, but you know, it feels good. It feels good that and I needed to do this. I needed to get up to do this because, like I said, I was tossing and turning last night, and I needed to get up and burn some of this sugar off. So here I am, guys, in my garage at, I believe it's maybe 7:30. I think, I'm not sure what time it is right now in the morning, but I just had to get up and run out and do my exercise. And I started before I started the video. So I'm not completely out of shape. I started my workout before I started the video. You know, I started my workout and then I said, no, let me videotape this because I want some company. I don't want to be doing this alone. I want some company. So I want you guys to be in on this. So there we are. There we have it. That's what I do in the mornings. And you guys see my video out there, what I do on my bag. I love my bag. I love my bag. Oh my God, that's the best workout there absolutely is on that darn bag. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and when I do my, I'm gonna wrap up my bike, and then I'm gonna go to my bag and complete the rest of the workout on my bag. So I'm gonna do a few more rounds of pedaling on my bike. Oh my God. But no pain, no gain. I guess no pain, no gain. You gotta have some pain to have some gain. So I gotta do this because this is the best part. Building up muscles and helping for strength. That bag is great for that. That's great. For cardio and getting the blood flowing, getting rid of the carbs, the bike is what you have to do for that. So I'm doing that. Like I said, when I stop is when when I stop is when the pain starts in the legs. So, you know, I gotta stretch them out. Boy. I gotta stretch out my legs. And I'm so, like I said, I'm so glad. For the last few days, it's been freezing in this garage. This early in the morning, it's been really, really cold. So I couldn't come out and do this unless I really wrapped up to come out and do my workout. And that's why I hadn't been on this bike in a while. But I'm gonna, like I said, it feels good to do it. So I'm gonna finish my workout, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And like I said, on all my videos, start a YouTube channel right now. Whatever you have to say, show us what you're doing, show us what you're going through. Start a YouTube channel. See you guys next time.